Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you a build video for the Firebrand. Before we get started, this is not a meta build in any sort or kind or type. This is a fun build, guys. That's what the game is about. It's about having fun. The minute it stops being fun, then something is wrong, okay? So this is a fun build that can be used in open PvE, pugging, fractals or raids, or world versus world, okay? The idea behind this build is I've been trying to do a build in Guild Wars where it does a lot of support to the group in terms of healing, but it's not completely useless when it comes to damage. And I think I've got something here. I'm sure there are other classes that can achieve this as well. This is not a comparison, but like I said, this is a fun build and I'm really enjoying playing this build for the Firebrand. It does a lot of support to the group in terms of healing, might stacking, and or quickness, okay? So it depends on what your group needs. You're going to be switching traits according to that need, okay? Let me go through the traits. I'm not gonna discuss all the traits, guys, so we're going with Radiance, Honor, and Firebrand. Radiance is your damage trait line. Honor and Firebrand are your support trait lines, okay? So in Radiance, this is a nice minor trait using your tomb number 1. Your F1 is going to give you a light aura. And what does light aura do? Okay, it gives you less incoming condition damage, but whenever you get hit, you gain retaliation, okay? And retaliation is key for this build, and I mean really key, okay? And this is a source of retaliation. We have a lot of retaliation sources in this build, okay? This is one of them. This is another one. Whenever you use your healing skill, 6.5 seconds of retaliation, or quarter of a second, and 20 second cooldown, okay? This is amazing, and this is fine. Retaliation gives you damage. Whenever your enemy is burning, you're gonna have 10% crit chance, and of course retaliation is gonna give you 50% crit chance, might generation, and as you've seen here, 10% damage and 250 ferocity, okay? So a lot of your damage is coming from retaliation. When you're planning to burst your damage, you won't have retaliation, okay? It also works as a defensive boon, because you're going to be critting a lot when you have retaliation. And what does critting do? Gives you vigor. Why is this very important in being defensive? Because whenever you roll, you're going to be healing your allies, and that is why I've chosen to call this build the Cannon Roller, okay? Don't forget to roll. It's a lot of healing to your parties by simply dodging an attack, okay? So critting is defensive, can be used as a defensive because it's going to give you vigor, and more vigor means more rolling. More rolling means more healing, okay? I'm using Invigorated Bulwark, and this gives you, if used correctly, 25% outgoing healing effectiveness, okay? We have a lot of healing effectiveness modifications, guys, in this build, and I'm gonna count them for you, okay? So keep in mind, you can go up to 25% from this trait, okay? Now this trait, Pure of Heart, is amazing because whenever you block an attack with Aegis, you're gonna be healing yourself and healing those allies that you gave them Aegis, and you have a lot of Aegis sources in this build as well. Okay. Now this I swap with this depending on the situation of your party. If they need you to do might stacking more than healing, then you want to take this, okay, and lose a bit on healing them from here. Okay. Your passive Virtue of Resolve gives you 50% endurance regeneration combined with the vigor. We're going to be keeping a lot of vigor, okay. It's going to help you roll more, okay. And this one syncs really nice with this one, because when you pop your F2, you're still getting the benefit from this, right? And I like to use this because I don't have any vitality in my gear, and Guardians have very low vitality, so it gives me vitality. In addition, it gives me 14% healing effectiveness at all times, guys. This is fixed at all times, okay. Let's move to the Firebrand. The first minor traits here, I swap these depending on what the party needs. So if there is a chrono, you probably don't need this, you can take this. If you have a chrono in your party, if you don't have a chrono, you might want to take this because it's going to help you keep quickness uptime to your party, okay. Whenever you use a healing ability, you're giving a quickness to your party. It's not a lot, but it works on the other skills that you have as well, okay. This one is better for healing your party. This one is better for quickness, okay. As we just said, equipping or stowing your virtue gives you quickness, okay. And this for me is a must. You can use this if again you want to give more quickness to your party. You probably want to use this, okay. But if you're on healing mood to your party, you want to go with this, because we have 3 mantras in this build. We're going to come to that in a bit, and this is going to reduce the recharge on the mantras from 12 seconds to 9.5 seconds, okay. And we're going to see how this is really amazing. Alright, having quickness is gonna be giving you these modifiers: more condition damage, which you don't care about, more healing, and more toughness. So if you're about to burst healing to your party, you want to have quickness before you do that. That's gonna help with your healing power, okay. And we've talked about this, retaining your passive virtues while you use your tomb skills, and you gain 33% reduction on your tombs, on your tomb skills, okay. This is amazing. Alright, I'm gonna move to gear. I'm using pretty much everything Crusader on armor, and half of the trinkets are Crusader. I'm gonna come to those. The rune is the rune of the water. It gives me 20% boon duration, guys, which is awesome to have, okay. As we talked about, might stacking and quickness stacking, and we need a retaliation as well, so this is gonna help. And the last bonus from this rune is whenever you pop your heal skill, you're gonna be popping an AoE heal to your allies on a 10-second cooldown, and my mantra for the healing skill is on a 9.5 second cooldown, so it pretty much syncs awesome with this, okay. And I'm gonna show you the healing values at the end of the videos. I have some screenshots that I want to share with you to show you how much healing you can do to your party. So okay, the weapon sets are Mace Shield and our Cleric status, and the reason I'm going with Cleric is because I want to have a minimum of 900 healing power when I'm on my healing weapons, okay. The sigils, Sigil of Transference, which gives you 10% healing effectiveness, and Sigil of Concentration, which gives you 33% boon duration. So I'm getting 33 from here, 20 from the runes, and 5% from the utility, okay, that I'm using, which is peppermint. It's very cheap, guys. You want to buy a lot of these. It's peppermint oil. It's the winter's day food. It's really cheap. I would stack on it if you're trying this out, okay. And the other food I'm using is the rice balls, which gives me 100 healing and 10% healing effectiveness. Okay, we're gonna come to that in a bit. So the greatsword is my damaging weapon, is my bursting weapon. It's berserker stats with sigil of force and sigil of concentration. Again, I'm using concentration on both weapon sets to keep up the boons that we need. Okay, the tourniquets, berserker back piece, one berserker ring, and one either berserker or Valkyrie berserker. Either one is fine on an accessory. So one accessory, one ring, and the back item, you want to have those as a berserker or berserker Valkyrie, and the amulet, the other accessory, and the other ring are crusader as well. Okay, the reason for that, this split, is to have 900 healing power on the healing weapons and 200 critical damage and 21% crit chance, or 20 is fine as well, on the damaging weapon, which is the greatsword. Okay, so healing mode, 900 healing power, damaging mode, 200% ferocity or critical damage, and 20% or 21% crit chance. Okay, these are the stats that I'm looking for. Okay, now let's count how good is my healing effectiveness. Alright, so I'm getting 10% from the sigil of transference, 10% from the rice balls, that's 20%, 14% from this trait, force of will, that's 34%. You can go up to 25% from this one if you use your blocks properly, okay, because you have a lot of ages, you don't want them to overwrite each other, okay, you want to use them properly to gain the best out of this. So 34 plus 25, that is 59, and when you pop your Tomb of Resolve, your number 5 ability gives you 33% healing effectiveness. That all is combined to 92% healing effectiveness. So all the figures that you see here and here and here and here are pretty much going to be approximately doubled. Okay, doubled. Okay, so again, I'm going to show you the screenshots at the end of the video. Okay, now let's see my healing sources. When I'm on my mace shield, your auto attack chain heals, your number 2 heals, your number 3 gives ages to your party, so it heals, your shield 4 gives ages, so it heals, your shield 5 detonate the doom to heal as well. Okay, your healing skills, as we've seen, 10-second cooldown, which syncs with your rune of water, and it gives ages to your party, so it gives double heal to your party. And don't forget cannon roller, roll to heal. Okay, now utility skills, this one and the bow of truth for me are pretty much standard, because this gives might to my party and quickness, so I'm supporting them, and I use it to burst damage as well. This is an amazing AoE heal. Okay, that is also a combo field light. Okay, and my elite skill, I'm going to come back to this, my elite skill is the, of course, Mantra of Liberation, which is a break stun, give you stability and retaliation control your party. Okay, so we can see we have a retaliation source here. Okay, retaliation source here because of this trait. Popping your F1 is a light arrow that gives you retaliation, and when I'm on my greatsword, your greatsword number 4 gives you a lot of retaliation and a combo field light. And what do you do with a combo field light? You leap into it to gain a light arrow. Okay, like this, and boom, light arrow. If you get attacked, you get more retaliation. Okay, now you might be in a bit of conflict here because you have a lot of blocks, so you won't be getting hit and therefore you won't gain retaliation. But I didn't see that as a problem. I have no issues keeping up my retaliation pretty much anytime I need it. Okay, when I'm bursting, I can have retaliation at any point in time. Alright, this one, guys, is an amazing skill, and tell me why. Because it's a CC and it's a combo finisher blast. And why it's important? Because if you wanna heal your allies more, in addition to what I just showed you, if you wanna heal them more, you don't have to lose your CC ability, which is this. Okay, so pretty much all power guardians or dragon hunters will go with this for the CC. Okay, so if you take this, you don't lose your CC, and you have it on a 8-second cooldown, 2 casts, and like we said, it's a combo finisher blast, which is very important because in Firebrand, guys, the guardian is allowed a water combo field. Okay, so you can use this. You want to use number 5 first, then number 4, and then you want to blast the water field to heal your allies if they need more. Otherwise you can just stick with this, which is fine. Alright, so I think I've covered everything. That's the build. We went through the traits, the food. Yep. So again, guys, this is a fun build. It's not a meta build. I'm really enjoying it. I've tried it in Fractals. I've tried it in World vs. World and on raiding. It works. Okay, it's viable, but again, make sure you tell your party that you're a support build. You're not a meta damage build. Okay, if they're okay with that, then they shouldn't be a problem. So for me, I don't main a guardian, so it was a little bit overwhelming at start. It kind of felt like it's trying to do a lot of things at once, and therefore it sucked, or it's not effective at any of them. But once you get the hang of it and you start utilizing all these skills that you have, then you'd see how beneficial it is, how fun it is. And I like the one of the fun things in this build, it scales in performance. As we've seen, the more you block, the more you have more healing. Okay, and even in damage, you know, you can switch to a damaging weapon. You do a little bit damage, you pop this, you gain retaliation, which takes your critical damage to 217. You start attacking with this, you gain might. You start attacking from here, you gain might, which takes you to, which scales up your power. So I like that it scales in performance on both fronts, whether it's damage or healing. Okay, and if you, like we said, you know, if you're blocking, you get more healing, and if you need more, you pop your tomb, you pop your number 5. That's 33% more healing. So this is fun for me, the way it scales up and down at different points. So this is why it's fun. There is some other elements which makes it not fun. It doesn't have a ranged weapon, so you want to carry a scepter backup with you in your inventory instead of greatsword. The build has a lot of toughness, so if you're in raids, the boss, you're gonna be pretty much the main tank. The boss is gonna be hammering on you. You can survive, it's fine, but you know there's some mechanics that comes with the tanking role, the main tank. So if you don't know those mechanics, then you're gonna screw up your party. And what else that I didn't like? It lacks mobility, and it lacks instant Condi removals. You have access to them on greatsword. You want to pop your light field and whirl for cleansing bolts, okay? And your Virtue of Resolve, your number 5, converts some Condis to boons, and I think your number 2, yes, that removes some Condis. But it kind of feel a bit clunky to remove Condis a little bit, because you know you have to pop your tombs for that, or if these are on cooldown, for example. So this is what I noticed the build lacks. And don't forget, guys, the utility skills are changeable depending on the situation you're facing, okay? And yeah, I think we've covered everything here. Just a bit of fashion touch on the build. So when I'm on my healing mood, when I'm on my mace shield, I have this yellow aura, okay, and when I'm on my damage weapon, it goes away, and I just look nice here with white and blue, okay? Yellow, no yellow, alright? Healing, damage, alright? And that is because we have this infusion on my mace, which is the poly infusion orange color, alright? So yeah, I think that's it. And I hope you guys tried the build and let me know if you had fun with it, or if you have any other comments, how to improve it, or why it sucked, or anything. Please let me know down in the comments. And that's it. Have fun. And just one last thing, I want to show you the value of healing that you can do when you use your blocks properly and combined with the healing effectiveness that you have. Take a look at this, guys. Hope you guys like it.